My name's Carlo. I have two boys, a 2.5-year-old and a 6-month-old. I live with my wife in Waltham Forest.
Hi, my name's Richard. I'm a father of two and I live in Sydenham.
So my wife and my sister-in-laws all got into them, and yeah, they were introduced to us. We watched our nieces, nephews grow up with them, so we were very familiar. I'd changed a nappy already before we even had kids, I believe. So it was just an easy thing to pick up. The best part about them is their flexibility. They're both quite tall, quite large boys. The best thing about the nappies is the ability for them to grow with your child and the levels of sizing customizability.
My wife and I, Becky and I, we decided we wanted to reduce our waste. We knew one or two people that were using reusable nappies and we wanted to give it a try. I don't like throwing away disposables in the bin. So to avoid having to do that multiple times a day, it's really nice.
The little love bum ones are probably my favourite. The simplicity of the design, the ability to just easily fold them in and transport them, I think are great. I think they're also really versatile. You can use them in the night if you just layer on extra bits on top. The other good thing about the little love bum is the hemp bamboo is really, really super absorbent, so they last ages.
So we use the Baba and Boo set of nappies, and we've actually never had much experience of nappy rash with either of our kids, and I don't know if that's down to the nappies with their, they use natural fibres. There's a lot of bamboo in them, so I don't know much about the science, but that could have helped.
Really simple, really easy to prepare and use. Once they were soiled, we would just drop them in a bucket. You definitely want one with a lid. 3 days later, we'd wash it, and that was it.
The nappy bucket lives by the washing machine. We aim to wash the nappies every 2 or 3 days. You tend to fill a bucket in that time, and you don't really want to leave it longer than that. To be honest, it's become my job to do that. That's my role. Through pregnancy with our second child, Becky suffered with hyperemesis, was very sensitive to smells and stimulus. That became my role, and I've stuck to doing that. I don't mind it. We tend to put in the nappies last thing before we go to bed, so the washing machine's running overnight. It can be a bit cheaper to do that, and then hang them out to dry if we have time in the morning.
Living in Waltham Forest, we can make use of the voucher. We definitely need some nice new night nappies for our youngest, so really looking forward to be able to use that for him.
Through a bit of trial and error, we did originally have some cute prints, which didn't have the best retainment, but eventually we found some nappies that worked really well for us. They are very good at retainment, and I think also in the long run save us a bit of money. We're not having to buy new bags of nappies all the time. It would have been great to borrow a nappy or two from a nappy library or a friend, just to try and see what works for you, because we ended up buying a set of one which didn't work out so well, and then we bought some others. But yeah, try before you buy would be ideal.
If you're a first-time user of them, is probably to just size up a little bit on your clothing, because they are obviously the material, so they take up a lot more. They don't compress like a disposable nappy would. Whether that means slightly comfier, roomier, bottoms or shorts or whatever, I would recommend. The other thing I'd say is that I think they're actually economical, both because of price, but also because of the way they support reducing our overall sort of carbon emissions and protecting the environment overall. I think they're brilliant for that.
We use these reusable wipes, which are great, particularly if maybe you didn't get round to doing the change straight away. It's a bit dried on. Basically, you can get these wipes as wet as you like, and they really help. So I find them much better used than the disposable wipes.